In this PackPro video, we will be discussing how to prepare for salary negotiation. In this video, you'll understand what areas to research, how to find resources that give relevant information for the job offer, learn how to prepare a budget, and know how to respond to salary expectation questions. Research areas. You need to know you, the company, finances and budget, and the market. You would include your values, career goals, important factors. The company would be company boundaries, what they do, what they offer. Finances, cost of living, relocation. What would getting this job actually entail? And the market. What is your monetary value? What's the standard pay across similar positions, across similar companies? The company. It's important to check the company website. Use LinkedIn, use ePath, like Going Global, Career Shift, Business or Complete. You have access with your student ID for free, and that has a list of businesses and information about who they hire, what they do, the services they provide. Privco is a private company database that allows you to see positions, salaries, and more information about their hiring. Finance and budget. Now that you have information about the companies and what's typical for them, and you've thought about what you want in terms of your values, your goals, you need to think about finance and budget. So how are salaries going to compare in different locations? If you have to relocate, or if you're just trying to calculate your cost of living, here are some tools that you could use. NerdWallet, Salary, and Bankrate.com have pretty decent cost of living calculators where you can look at taxes and additional fees that would be important in your calculations. Budget tools include NerdWallet, Google Sheets, or Good Budget. This is where you can look at your total costs and how much of that is going to be taking up your salary. This is also where you can calculate savings and look into managing your finances. Market value. This is super important before you go into the conversation. You want to have evidence to back up your ask. Understand what average salaries are for similar industries and graduates in your degree field. Here are tools that you can use. There's a future plan survey that was run by NCSU that gives you an idea of NC State alumni and what they're getting paid for what they are doing. That's a great database to start. The National Association of Colleges and Employers has salary information as well that you can look up for free. Salary.com, Indeed salary information, Glassdoor, and the Occupational Outlook Handbook all have information about averages at companies or across departments and industries about what is the range for pay. Know this information so that you feel prepared when you go into the conversation and know that you are asking to be compensated fairly. Now you get to the tricky salary question. You've done the research, you have an idea of what you want, what you need, what's expected, and now your employer wants to know what you would like to be paid. You want to avoid giving numbers first. You should focus on the value you add rather than the number itself. If you give a number first, you box yourself into a smaller range, versus if the company gives you a number or a range first, you get the power to negotiate first. If a company wants you to put on an application what you expect your pay to be, we recommend that you put 000 or 999 if you have to fill it out. If you do not have to fill it out, we would leave it blank. But if you do, I would recommend putting a number that is not relevant. That way you can move past it and actually discuss it in the interview portion. When you're in an interview, you really want to focus on, again, the value you add. We'll go a little bit into more depth about what you can say in an interview in the next slide. What not to say in an interview would include, my time is worth more money. I'm not getting paid enough. Giving a number first. Here are sample responses that you can use when you are asked that question in an interview. I would prefer to learn more about the position and how I could contribute to the team, department, or company before discussing salary. I prefer to focus on the value I can add in this position, and I look forward to hearing what you think is appropriate. Based upon my research, I know that the range for similar positions in this industry is from X to Y, and this is well within my expectations. In summary, understand your financial budget, do your research, and know your worth. There is no harm in negotiating, and employers will be open to taking your value seriously.